Great day, great folks. I know we have been going extremely fast for the past 2.5 to 3 years, but God has demanded that I slow down for a second, make this powerful announcement like only a kingdom man can. For the first time in 6 years, you're observing me in a sport coat. I'm in a blazer, yo. I said I wouldn't, but I have. I threw this coat on, not because of tradition, not for fashion, but because I now have a job. I just got hired, not by a company. I am formally employed by our daughters. I now serve as the Executive Vice President of Sales for TheKingdomMarketplace.com. The Kingdom Marketplace is the first ever AI-powered, faith-based, Google-optimized, digital entrepreneurial ecosystem. It is the modern-day version of Progress Plaza. Digitized. Shout out to my spiritual father, Reverend Dr. Leon Sullivan, and all the work he did for us as a people pertaining to economic self-sufficiency and entrepreneurial empowerment. We're ready to flip the entire digital entrepreneurial game for Kingdom entrepreneurs. We're going from pew to profit, from shouting to scaling and automating, and from brick and mortar to click and order. Ladies and gentlemen, from 2007 to COVID, I did 403 church business directories. Same number of pastors that Reverend Sullivan kicked off Select Patronage with. That is by design. Okay? However, the Kingdom Marketplace is not a directory. It is a digital revival, revitalization, an intergenerational effort to rebuild our urban and kingdom business community. We are entering pre-launch, and I am focusing that pre-launch on the state of Georgia. I'm personally overseeing this historic rollout, starting with, listen to me, the 8,200 Christian-owned businesses that registered in the previous 46 church directories that God used me to build. There's over 500 of you that registered at New Birth, over 500 that registered over at House of Hope, over 500 that registered over at Elizabeth Baptist Church, about 300 and some of y'all over at Impact. That's 4. I got 42 more. I want to be used by God to assist you in making the transition from brick and mortar to click and order. And thus, I have authorized you to receive a free basic profile. Yes, you heard me correct. Free. Y'all know what y'all say. If it's free, it's for me. Just to get you in the door. Why? Because every kingdom business deserves visibility and a voice. A special link has been created for you. You can go to completeyourprofile.com. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the wake-up call. Of these 46 churches that God used me to create paper church business directories prior to COVID, 80% of the church-based entrepreneurial ministries died during COVID. Coach, why? Because most had hype, not real entrepreneurial development. They had charisma, yes, but no real kingdom entrepreneurial coaching. They had energy, plenty of it, but no real ecosystem. That stops right now. Over the past 2 decades of my life, I've seen over 480,000 entrepreneurs pass across my desk while working with my mentor, Fran Targington, with Go Small Biz and Targeting.com. And I'm telling you, I don't know it all, but I know a little bit. You're at the Solution Solving Center of over 480,000 micro entrepreneurs. You learn a little bit too. A little bit about what entrepreneurs need to succeed, a little bit about what they need not to just stay alive, but what they really need to thrive out here in these entrepreneurial digital streets. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are a kingdom entrepreneur trying to grow your business in 2025 without AI, without SEO, and without Google integration, it's hard. I'll tell you why. Because you are invisible out here in these digital streets. Now, I pride myself on under-promising and over-delivering. So here's what I'm going to offer you as the Executive Vice President of Sales. Everyone who registered during our pre-launch period is going to receive a free basic profile on the Kingdom Marketplace just to get you started. However, we do have the opportunity for you to upgrade. I want you to know that the upgrade cost for a lifetime profile is what will be our annual cost when we fully launch. 100% of the proceeds that come from your upgraded digital profile are paid to the BGenius, that's slang for baby girl genius, of Urban Success University, who does the digital work on your profile. Reverend Dr. Leon Sullivan, when he launched Select Patronage, launched something called the 1036 plan. He built the largest, first and largest Black-owned community shopping center by having folks in the community contribute $10 for 36 months. The first year went towards land. 2 and 3, operations, infrastructure, programming, the like. Same as here. The first year, all the revenue generated from profiles are paid out to the BGenius who did the profile work. Afterwards, you will always have accessibility to your profile, always be able to update new products and services, post your blog, so forth and so on. However, when you upgrade, you'll also be given access to the Kingdom Business Owner membership. This is the first product of the Kingdom Marketplace. This exclusive membership gives you access to funding, access to systems. It's an acronym. Save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know, during COVID, business went from brick and mortar to click and order, but also a lot of the Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 systems and strategies are now readily available to everyday entrepreneurs like you and I. And so when you upgrade, you're going to be given a 1-year membership to Kingdom Business Owners. When your membership expires, you will lose access to the membership section, but you will still have accessibility to your profile. If you want to continue, all you have to do is renew your membership. If not, thank you. Your profile will stay up forever, and you will have access to it forever, because we want to support our daughters in their brains over boobs movement. Our geniuses of Urban Success University are combating the over-sexualized culture, combating the social media pressure, attempting to objectify them, attempting to prey on them, not pray like Mama and them did, lay hands on you, but Preying, not Praying, prey on how hard it is for them to perpetuate some income as they pursue their academic, entrepreneurial, or professional aspirations in late high school and early college. And our daughters just want a little bag for their hair and their nails and they fit. But they're being steered towards methods of perpetuating income that are dependent upon their hands on their knees instead of their hands on their keyboards. And my female students at Urban Success University, my bosses now, the geniuses, they want to shift the culture from young Black girls showing off their butt cheeks moving to young Black girls showing off their brains moving. And so we want to ask for your support in that capacity. Upgrade, pay a couple of dollars into the pockets of our daughters. It'll bless your life for the rest of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, our second product that's available, other than the Kingdom Business Owner Membership, which cannot be purchased during our first year. The only way that you can get accessibility to the Kingdom Business Owner Membership, the only way you can get accessibility to our first product is to upgrade and to patronize our daughters in their student employment project. If you do that, I will give you the first year. Otherwise, just wait for a year or two and buy it. It'll be a lot more than that profile was. I guarantee it. First, let me demonstrate the value. The second product is our 101 Kingdom Business AI prompts. Ladies and gentlemen, AI is not your enemy. It's your assistant. It's your Kingdom cheat code. You just haven't been taught how to properly utilize it. And AI can help you scale and automate your business. It will do whatever you need done if you know how to talk to it. It's like a pretty girl. You got to know how to talk to her in order to get her to do what you want done. Or ladies, it's like a man, but y'all just pop a couple buttons. Anyway, I digress. I was saying, we've created this 101 Kingdom Business prompts so that you can utilize these prompts to get AI to give you everything you need. Email marketing campaigns, content calendars, help you identify your ideal avatar, everything under the sun. And there is a bonus extra 100 prompts inside of the membership section. Ladies and gentlemen, we have weekly masterminds that are available, business coaching that is available. We have free access to our youth-powered media team to assist you with building your brand. We have networking events that take place every week, online and in person. On the odd weeks, they are on weekend or weekday evenings, and on the even weeks, they are on Saturday mornings. One Saturday a month, we have a success symposium, huge networking event. We bring in at least 2 speakers with valuable content to assist you with growing, scaling, and automating your business. And we have pop-ups, different things of that effect. Direct mentorship from me as your Kingdom Entrepreneurial Coach, as well as a whole smorgasbord of coaches in different disciplines. If you would like to contribute your area of expertise to the Kingdom Business community, all you need to do is just DM me via the site. As your new executive vice president of sales, my responsibility is not to just work on our sales, but to provide you with my digital marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing, direct sales experience to assist you with developing your brand, taking your product to market, and increasing your sales. Now, as I've told you, 100% of the revenue generated from profiles is paid out to our daughters via their Brains Over Boobs campaign. I appreciate your assistance in supporting our daughters. We are raising up a new generation of Black female entrepreneurs. I call them geniuses, baby girl geniuses. They're running the digital economy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you had a business prior to COVID, when it was brick and mortar, you don't know everything about digital marketing. And if you did, you don't have time to get it done. But our daughters came out the womb with these. They're called smartphones. They're not phones. The phone was that thing grandma had on the wall. This is a microprocessor right here in your pocket. It's for so much more than making phone calls, so much more than checking emails, so much more than developing content. This device is how you get the bag. How the kids say it, it's how you get the change. You may be using yours wrong. That's why your financial circumstance or projection on your profitability may be looking a little strange, but I got your back. I'm on your side. The female students of Urban Success University, they have been trained in AI. They've been trained in search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, just to assist you. Now, today's price is not tomorrow's price. If you'd be so kind, go to completeyourprofile.com and complete your profile. You'll be grandfathered in for life. After launch, prices go up, and the value we're offering easily worth 5 to 10 times what you invest. All you got to do, go to completeyourprofile.com, scroll down, fill out the form, and join the movement. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close with this. I am not the owner of a billion-dollar tech company yet. I'm on my way. Let me give you the advice of a billion-dollar tech company owner they may have heard of. Tom Walton. Tom Walton is the founder of IBM. Let me give you a Dun & Bradstreet. He was a 40-year-old felon. His wife left him. His kids disowned him. And he got kicked out of the town he grew up in. Most folk would be in a corner with a towel over their head saying, "Woe is me." He's a poster boy for persistence. After all of that, he took his idea to $1 billion in the middle of a depression. Yeah, we learn from a guy like that, right? Yeah. Here's what he says. He says, all business comes down to sales. True. You don't make any money in your business till you get a prospect to become a customer. He says, all business comes down to sales. And he defined sales as a transfer of enthusiasm. He defined enthusiasm as intimate knowledge of the problem and intimate knowledge of the solution you have to solve the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, as I've been mentored by Mr. Targeton over the course of just over 2 decades, I'm free and independent now. But during that period of time in my life, I saw over 480,000 micro entrepreneurs come across my desk. If you're at the solution solving center of 480,000 micro entrepreneurs, I said it before, I say it again, you learn a little bit. And so I know a little bit about, what entrepreneurs need to succeed. I know a little bit about what entrepreneurs need to thrive, not just stay alive out here in these entrepreneurial digital streets. And I'll share just one thing that I know 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 that I know. I know for a fact in the depth of my being that every entrepreneur, every business owner, big business, small business, don't even matter. Every independent from whatever company they represent goes to bed with the same question right here in the back of their mind. How do I drive more revenue through my business? How do I get a bigger bag? Just ask it different ways. It's the same question. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the only way that you can make more money is to increase your sales. Tom Walton gave us that. But let me add my 2 pieces in a biscuit for you. There's only 2 ways of increasing your sales. You either offer more products and services, say network marketing, I know products and services for you to offer, or you offer your existing portfolio of products and services to more people. Ladies and gentlemen, we are reaching out to over 8,200 Christian business owners in the state of Georgia this summer, over the next 60 to 90 days, inviting them over to the Kingdom Marketplace. Make sure that you get registered, even if it's free. Y'all know for free, it's for me. But get registered so when they come and look, they see you. They patronize you. We are relaunching the Build Brother Build via the Build Sister Build and the Boycott and Build. We can't boycott them and build you if you're not registered. We need to know who you are and what you do and how you do what you do, the way you do it. So when somebody's looking for the product and service that you provide, we can pull them from them and send them your way. Getting registered on the KingdomMarketplace.com is going to put your message in front of more people. Next school year, we're going to be calling the rest of the 403 directories, the rest of the 48,000 folk, and inviting them. Prepaid Legal and Go Small Biz are no longer partners. My former mentor, Fran Targeton, has no interest in maintaining the entrepreneurial community. After 20 years of service, it's mine now. So it's only a matter of time, maybe a year or two, before everyone's invited, all 500,000 a year. You know, I'm not a network marketer. I'm an affiliate marketer. I think one of the strongest ones in the world. When you look at Prepaid Legal, that legacy network marketing company, its highest sold, highest retention product is its Go Small Biz membership. That was done by me and Chris Barnes. Every Prepaid Legal associate who was small business certified got trained by us. Now think about it. It was Leon Sullivan, William Herbert Gray III, and John Lewis, and Joe Roberts, who put me inside a friend's office so I can continue the work of Leon Sullivan, digitize Progress Plaza into the Kingdom Marketplace. That's the purpose of this. If God allowed me to take the constituency from 3,000 to 60,000 with no annual contract, impacting over 480,000 micro entrepreneurs in 20 years, excuse me. Can you imagine what God is about to build at the Kingdom Marketplace? This is our agenda. We're being used by God to transform the marketplace into the Kingdom Marketplace. From a platform where Satan has a stronghold into a major platform of spiritual transformation in the lives of God's people. I have one thing that nobody else claiming to get involved in the Kingdom Marketplace has. 2 decades of entrepreneurial development experience. All I do is build entrepreneurs. I got the sauce, I got the tech, and I'm going to make sure that you get 4 things from the Kingdom Business Owner membership section. You're going to get accessibility to funding. You cannot be a successful entrepreneur if you are not properly funded and financially literate. You're going to get accessibility to systems. It's an acronym. Save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. You're going to get accessibility to strategies. During COVID, business went from brick and mortar to click and order, yes, but also a lot of the Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 systems and strategies are now readily available to everyday business owners like you and me, but nobody teaching you. I will. So you're going to get funding, you're going to get systems, you're going to get strategies, and you're going to get resources to build a business that is a conduit of God that transformed the marketplace. Y'all know I can't let you go without no scripture. Luke, the 5th chapter, the 1st verse, is where we get our mantra. Identify, connect, equip to transform. Jesus was teaching by the lake, and he identified Simon as an entrepreneur, kingdom entrepreneur. Simon went to Morehouse School of Fishing, and so he did everything the world said he was supposed to do. However, at the end of the day, instead of loading his cart up with fishies, he was cleaning out his net. You know, folk was talking crap about him. Simon, I thought you was going to get the bag. I thought you was going to And as Simon is in that state, Jesus identifies. Simon, pull up. Now, this is where we identify, connect, that they had a relationship, because everybody in the church, everybody in the Sunday morning breakfast club can't get in your call. The Bible declares that Jesus had Simon pull up. He sat down and began to teach the people on the lake like I'm teaching you online. The next thing that happened is after Jesus got finished teaching Simon on the lake, he told Simon, go out and deep. Now he's teaching on the lake. So the folk on the lake, they could hear when he was up close. When he out here, they can't hear so well. So they like, well, what you think they doing? They see Simon starting to put down his net. They say, Simon got Jesus out there trying to fish. They don't know Jesus took Simon out in the deep for a one-on-one coaching session. Jesus tells Simon, cast down your net. Simon tells Jesus, listen, I know you. And I know you got entrepreneurial experience, but you know about carpentry. You don't know about this fishing thing. I went to Morehouse School of Fishing. I know everything the world says that you're supposed to know about fishing. He thinks about it for a minute. They're freaking lot of tokens. Nevertheless, and let me go ahead. He puts his net down. Now, the Bible declares that the net starts to break. See, he identified, he connected, he equipped Simon with some one-on-one strategies and systems and fundings and resources. I got it for you, the membership section. Simon net start to break so much fish. Now, y'all know Simon is a professional fisherman. He sells his fish for profit. So this is reflective of Simon's bottom line profitability going prophetically through the roof. The bag's so big. Simon realized, I ain't been blessed to be a blessing. I can't even keep all this. I'm finna sink. It goes from one-on-one coaching to a mastermind. He calls James and John, the sons of Zebedee. Y'all come and get this bag. It's the equivalent of a phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. And said, listen, a Brinks truck just fell over in front of 5 Points. APD said they ain't locking nobody up for 2 hours. It's about $4 million in cash. Get down here and get this bag. You're like, all right, I'm coming. They still out here in the deep. Folk on the lake like, oh my God. I just want you to understand something. There were some folk who ain't want nothing to do with Jesus. All they wanted was the bag. But they seen that the bag came through Jesus. Simon tells Jesus, depart from me. I don't deserve this. Simon gets a word from Jesus. Jesus says, Simon, you are a fisherman. Now I'm going to make you a fisher of men. I need y'all to understand something. Everybody saw this. It transformed the marketplace. Jesus identified, he connected, he entrepreneurially equipped it, and he sent them out to transform the marketplace. That's what we do. We identify kingdom business owners, kingdom marketplace leaders, kingdom aspiring entrepreneurs, and we provide the kingdom marketplace, our digital entrepreneurial ecosystem for you to connect with each other. So you can share your products and services, so you can share information, so you can establish and strengthen relationships. And then in the membership section, we equip you with the principles, the skill sets, the philosophies, the disciplines that you need to succeed. We equip you with the funding understanding, the systems, the strategies, and the resources you need to build a profitable business that is a conduit of God that will transform the marketplace from a platform where Satan has a stronghold into a major spiritual platform of transformation in the lives of God's people. God is calling us to be the church, not to go to the church. The church, the ecclesia, the called out body. It's just that. We are called out body. Come on out from amongst them. Come out of the building, out of the typical nomenclature of the church, into the highways and the byways, into the big business, little business, government agencies, educational institutions. All of it belongs to God. Shift happens. Get over it. The shift and the power has gone from the pulpit to the pew. Beloved, you can be used by the Holy Spirit of God in the same way that the pastor and preacher can. And in order for the kingdom to be preached to the ends of the earth, it has to go from the preacher to the pew. You are not employed. You are deployed as an ambassador of God. And we want to show you how to get him the glory and get you the bag. I look forward, as your executive vice president of sales, to see you at an up-and-coming event or in the membership section. Now, right now, click that link. Or if you're watching it on some restream somewhere, go to completeyourprofile.com and complete your profile. Fill out the Google form. Let us know who you are, what you do, how you do it, what separates you in the competition, and why we should do business with you. Because people do business with who they know, like, and trust. So let's get together. I'm going to leave you with the words of the great W.E.B. Du Bois. In his seminal work, The Negro in Business, he said nothing. Zero, zip, nada, Nothing positive can ever take place in a community that fails to recirculate its dollar. It's impossible for us to circulate our dollar amongst our business and community if we don't know who each other are. So get registered so we know who you are and we can spend our coin with you.